Friday evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Moss.
And I'm Joshua Short, and there's a lot to get to on this busy Friday night in Michiana.
We start with an exclusive interview as we quickly approach the Paris Olympics right here on 16 News Now.
And speaking of fast, I was honored to sit down with Olympian and activist Dr. John Carlos, who won the bronze medal in the 200-meter race in the 1968 Olympics. But get this, he's remembered not for his medal-earning run, but for what happened at the medal ceremony on that podium. You see him there on the right, that political statement he and fellow Olympian Tommie Smith made in that picture. It shows a raised black-gloved fist to symbolize African-American poverty in this country at the time. And he talked to me about that moment and its controversy. Listen. Do you have any regrets?
I would do it tomorrow if it was necessary. You know, my first wife took her life as a result of this particular thing, based on the oppression that they put on us. I mean, they made it where I couldn't work. Any monies that I had in the bank, it was dissipated. I had to take mediocre jobs and humiliating jobs, I might even say. But then I had to do what I had to do to support my family. But at the same time, with my wife taking her life and going through the hard times, I would have to do that 1,000 times over, because I wouldn't add or take anything away from it, because what we did was bigger than who we are.
Dr. Carlos is in town ahead of an event tomorrow at Notre Dame. It's not the first time he's visited campus either.
In fact, he visited back in 2018, 50 years from when that moment you just saw behind them there first happened. That was in Mexico City on that podium. I talked to Notre Dame's Director of Staff Diversity and Inclusion, Eric Love. You see him there, who explains to me why he's back on campus and even recalls an unfortunate moment from his last visit.
And tomorrow is the big event why he's here, and that's the annual Black Man's Think Tank. It's sponsored by a student organization called the Wabruda, which means the Brotherhood in Swahili. And that's an opportunity to bring a major keynote speaker to talk about something inspirational. So this is the second time that I've been involved in bringing him. This time has just been nothing but positive. People are excited. He's an icon, an icon. The last time, I got an anonymous letter that came to my office on campus, and it was a flyer that we had advertising his event, and it just said, "Who brought him here? This is a disgrace." But it was anonymous. And that was the 50th anniversary of the 68 Olympics. That was in 2018. And I just thought to myself, 50 years ago, first of all, this guy who wrote this, whoever it was that wrote this letter, is 50 years on the wrong side of history. Yeah. 50 years ago, John Carlos, Tommie Smith stood in front of the entire world to make a statement for what they believed in. Not anonymous, but in front of the entire world.
We'll have much more from my conversation tonight at 5 with Melissa and George. It was a riveting conversation, to say the least, so to learn from him and exactly what took place during that time.
Oh, yeah. He even stopped by the newsroom and spoke to all of us, and he really is something special.
Indeed.
Looking forward to that full report. Okay.